Hi everybody, how are you? I hope you are well. It's Friday night. Do you have anything planned? It's the weekend. Do you have anything planned for the weekend? I'm still catching up on my orders. I'm in my little craft room right now. What am I going to make today? Something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing some stitch markers. Now, going back, I used to sell lots of lace, gathered lace, sequin lace, and lots of buttons. I had so many buttons. I do still actually have some. I'm not too sure what to do with it. It really is pretty. This is how my little business started. It started with buttons. I do like to have a go at crochet, and stitch markers, or you can get plain plastic stitch markers, which is absolutely fine, but something you may want to make for yourself or consider making and selling, because there's a lot of profit in them. There is a lot of profit in them. Let's just say it's a Thursday club and it's like a knitter and natter sat around your tables, and you know you're comparing your stitch markers, who's got what, who wants to outdo somebody, and because that does happen. Now, you know, I've always got a story to tell. There was a lovely lady. Now, if you're from the UK and you do crochet, knitting, there was a lovely lady called Mary, and what made Mary stand out is she had a business, and I believe she was 80 and still running a shop in Blackpool. Is Blackpool northwest? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, she had the shop, and first of all she would buy some lace and her daughter would pay, because she wasn't very technical. I'm really not sure how she managed in a shop, but I think she had helpers. She would get her daughter to pay me, and then I used to have a Facebook, but I still got a Facebook group. It's dead now, but I used to have a really active Facebook group, and I would show, and then she would say what she wanted. Because she wasn't technical, she had my bank details, and then she would go off to the bank and then they would pay me. And then I would send it off to her. Obviously, paying someone by bank transfer is not a very good idea. If you don't know them, I do want to say that, because I know I've got customers, and in the past they've paid by bank transfer and nothing's arrived and they've lost their money. Obviously, you may not know me. I do know there's some people on here that have paid me by bank transfer, and I've sent it out to them. All's fine. Please pay by PayPal and goods and services. Goods and services, not family and friends. Although, like, if you were to pay me family and friends, it wouldn't have any fees, so I would get more money. But then if I was a scammer and didn't send anything, you couldn't claim. So always make sure you pay PayPal, goods and services. Then obviously, you know, the shop closed. So for Mary, the shop closed. Life goes on, it's busy. And then I found out that she had passed away. I thought, I haven't seen her on Facebook, and I looked and saw that she had passed away. Poor Mary had passed away. We used to talk about squirrels and everything, because she had squirrels in her garden, and she used to feed them. Oh, she loved animals as well, so that's why we clicked. She goes down in my book of people that, you know, people you remember, in my book of people you remember. So I'm going to show you how simple this is. So even if you don't use them, they do not cost a lot of money to make, but you'll be surprised what they sell for. So come and join me and I'll show you how I make them. So I've got 2 pairs of pliers. So this is what I'm going to be using. These are actually earrings, which open and close. They've got a loop on the end. So I'm actually going to make 6 today. So I've got 6 of the earrings. These are pretty flower charms. They're gold and they're double-sided. So we've got 6 different colours, and then I've got a couple of 5mm gold-plated jump rings. I don't know if I said to you, but stitch markers are, when you do a row, you use it to mark your row. Then you can work out how many rows you've crocheted or knitted. So we just take a jump ring, open the jump ring, Now, I should have showed you first of all. They open backwards. So they open at the back. So I'm going to put the jump ring through with the flower. So attach the jump ring through the hook. And then close. Make sure there's no gaps. Make sure there's no gaps. There's our first one. Again, open the jump ring. They open at the back. Attach a flower charm. And then close. Make sure there's no gaps whatsoever. Otherwise your earring will fall off. There's another one. So easy to make. If you're new to making jewellery and you want to know all about jump rings, I will link a video above for you. So there's the stitch markers, and what I do, I take one of these, is a wine glass charm, but also you can make earrings out of them. And I've showed you in the past, I've got books of different cards. And if it's not one, what I tend to do is take my photos with my jewellery on top. But this, because of the shape of it, it's going to be a bit, may make your eyes go a bit funny. I've just marked out the piece. I've just cut a square. Mark to where I want my holes to be. And then I just use whatever is around by me. So if you take a needle, pop it through your card. And then I'm just going to make the holes a little bit bigger. Obviously you can make it nice and neat. Then we will attach the stitch markers. Make sure we put them all on the right way. Then we We just thread them through the card. Just thread that through. Do them up behind. Obviously you can do it a lot neater than me. And there's our stitch markers. You can use a hole punch. I don't have a hole punch to hand at the moment. That's just what I do. I hope you find that tutorial useful. It's Friday night, and if you're going out, have lots of fun, stay safe, and I'll see you real soon with another video. Take care, my lovelies.